Hello everyone, this is John P. with you, and I want to welcome you all to the very first edition of the Satellites Unlimited Spotlight, brought to you by Dish Sling Studio. And this will be a regular feature we'll do every single month, and we're going to really recognize some of the talented individuals that makes Satellites Unlimited the great company that it truly is. And for this first edition, I'm so pleased to welcome Mr. Johnny Tidwell, our corporate trainer here at Satellites Unlimited for technician training.
Thanks for having me, John.
Johnny, thank you for being here with
us. Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about, I know you've been here now for over 8 years. You started in July of 2010.
Yep. Working on year number 9.
Year number 9, yes indeed. And so tell us a little bit about what was it, when you go way back to 2010, what was it that attracted you to Satellites Unlimited?
Well, I had previous experience with DirecTV, so I was a technician for right at 5 years doing that. I had experience as a contractor, not in-house DirecTV, but also worked for a company called Brewster & Associates, was like a retail service provider, kind of like how we are for Dish Network. Really enjoyed just the aspects, all the aspects of the job. Like, first of all, it's like owning your own business, being on your own every day, having that freedom, and it's every day is like a new journey, right? So that is what attracted me the most about the job. But things didn't work out with DirecTV. So long story short, I saw a SUI Now Hiring van in a parking lot one day, and I ran over and knocked on the window and scared the guy. He was eating lunch, and he happened to turn out to be my FSM months later. But he told me how to apply, and I immediately did so because I wanted to stay in that industry, that line of work of being a satellites technician. And I started out making $8 an hour as a technician back at the old training house in Bessemer. And from there, I've been a calibrated field trainer. I've been a field service manager. I've done some special projects for Satellites Unlimited. Now I'm the corporate training instructor, going on 9 years, and it's literally changed my life, my family's life. Married, got 3 kids, as you know, John, and it's been a blessing for us. So.
And certainly, Johnny, we always talk about here at Satellites Unlimited the career path that is available for those who choose to go down that road. And certainly you, I think, epitomize that. As you mentioned, you started off as a satellite technician with us. You were also, as I recall, and going back again 8 years ago, I recall you were also a mentor to newer technicians as well. You always displayed a very positive attitude. You succeed at it. And worked your way into the field service manager position, held that for a while, and then where you're at right now as a corporate trainer. And speak a little bit to the fact about how this business has evolved over the last several years. Because I remember when you started in 2010, there was no such thing as smart home services at that time. That's right. That's something I think that launched around 2012, and certainly our business has evolved. We are now a premier field services organization. And tell us a little bit about how you had to kind of change with the times.
Well, I've been doing this so long now. I actually remember the first HD satellite dish that that was installed. I remember mounting a TV for the first time, and I was with Satellites Unlimited before the smart home sales really picked up. So first of all, our values, very important, and one of them is adaptability. So that is so true with this industry and Satellites Unlimited. Just to speak on that a little bit, I mean, we change every single day. Technology changes every single day, and we have to be able to adapt to that. And that's really, really important, and not so much for us as an organization, but for the public, right? Because, when we go to a customer's house, first of all, we're the professional. We're there to set them up. A lot of times they're kind of clueless to what's going on, so we have to engage with that customer and help them identify the opportunities to enhance their TV viewing experience. It's not always just about what type of programming they're getting nowadays. It's, can we master TV? Can we enhance the surround sound system in the home? So I was a technician before any of that was taking place. Basically, our job back in the day was really simple. You installed a satellite dish, a receiver, and then the customer had programming. But now you're mounting TVs, installing in-home theater systems. So a lot's changed, but it's all because our adaptability, and we have that value, and we're able to do so.
And really, a full-service field organization that we provide out there, the services for smart home, other opportunities as well. So how is it that you approach, or when you were out there servicing customers, I mean, what was your approach? Because you were very successful with smart home service sales.
Okay, so there's two things that I tell every class. I'm the corporate training instructor, so every single technician that comes through the company, they meet me first. So I'm on the front line, and I tell each and every one of them the correct information that they need to have going into this type of work. First of all, we're going to lay out the platform and give you everything that you need to be successful as a technician, which was done so for me, by the way, back when I started almost 9 years ago. But the two things that you have to be able to have yourself, and that have helped me, these two things that have helped me throughout my entire career, it's work ethic and attitude. If you come with those two things, John, the rest we take care of. The rest takes care of itself, because we literally set you up, we outfit you with a van. We give you the tools that you need to be successful. We have a great staff as far as our field service managers, our general managers, our regional managers, and everything that we do, other than the technician role, everything that everybody else, even including yourself, it's all for the benefit of the technician. So if you carry those two things, you'll go a long way with Sellites Unlimited for sure.
And Johnny, for the newer technicians out there, I mean, this is a job that's really an investment of time, correct? Mm-hmm. It takes time to become very good at this job.
It is. So it's easy to speak on that. I tell the groups the same thing as well. You're going to get out of this what you put into it. There is so much when it comes to Dish Network, the technology of Dish Network, smart home services, and we're constantly learning something new every day via portal, via everyone here in the building. If you put in the time, there are rewards. You have to put in that time and that focus and attention, just because there's so many different aspects to what we do in this line of work. Again, it's not just putting up a satellite dish. But with that being said, there's so many opportunities of making income. I call it the income avenue streams. We have just several different ways of making money as a technician. And if you know how to capitalize on those opportunities, you will be successful. You will be successful. But you got to put in that time. You're going to get out of it what you put into it.
And in regards to smart home services, and we always talk about taking the helpful approach with customers, right? When you go into a customer's home and looking for what type of needed solutions you can provide. What has always been, kind of walk us through what your approach has been with that when you would service those customers and looking around to offer those.
Really easy. I get excited talking about smart home sales. I have a passion for that, and I was really successful at that as a technician. First and foremost, number one rule: build relationships. If you can build relationships with people, it's just like you and I sitting here right now having a conversation. Yeah. That's where it starts. It starts on that initial pre-call when you're calling the customer to let them know that you're on your way. Relationship building starts right then. And then as you approach that customer, you arrive, you're doing your pre-site survey, you're continuing to build that, but you're looking for opportunities, not just to try to sell them a product. That's not what our goal is. Our goal is to identify a need to provide a solution for that customer. And that all works through building relationships. With every single customer, I never tried to sell them a thing. Tried to build a relationship. I tried to be relatable to them in some type of way, and I want to give them the best customer service experience that they've ever had, regardless whether it's been at a restaurant, whatever. For example, if you go out to eat, you take your family out to eat for a steak dinner. Steak dinner is going to be expensive, especially for my bunch. There's 5 of us, so if we go out for a steak dinner, we're going to be spending a lot of money. That doesn't happen every weekend. So when it does happen, we want a good customer service experience. We want what we want, and we want to get it in a timely manner. But if there's a deal on that menu that'll help me save some money for my family so I can come back and visit them even sooner, I want to know about that. And that's how you enhance the customer's experience. So we want to do that when we want to take that same approach when we go into a customer's home. We want to enhance their TV viewing experience, not by just showing them the TV guide, right? Instead of showing them the TV guide, hand them the TV guide, but hand them the remote and show them, walk them how to go through each step on how to navigate through that guide. And then while we're talking to them about that, which is the no-brainer, let's talk to them about mounting their TV, right? Let's talk to them about enhancing the surround sound in the home. All these things happen once we're there on that initial pre-site survey and we're identifying those opportunities.
And this is why when you were a technician, I always would call you the total package technician.
The GOAT. Yeah.
You were always very well prepared out there. I mean, and I know you were the guy that would always have plenty of the retail referral cards with them.
Those are golden tickets, by the way.
There you go. Yes, that's what you call them. Okay.
Yeah.
The brochures. I mean, you were always well prepared. So kind of in closing comments, speak to just how important it is that our technicians each and every day be fully prepared, look professional,
absolutely,
make sure their vehicles are organized. How important are all those things in being the total package technician?
Absolutely. So organization speaks volume. You have to understand that when you're in these vans, that Dish logo, that is a rolling billboard. That is advertisement for, it's not just you as a technician, but it's for Dish Network, it's for Satellites Unlimited. You know, when you back up into a customer's home, John, you open those doors to that van, you want that van to be organized, you want it to look clean, you want to be well put together, because you're promoting so many things other than yourself. And as soon as that customer sees that organization and that professionalism and that you're neat in appearance, they're saying, okay, this is the guy I want doing my install. Now, it's just the opposite if you roll up and those van doors open up and stuff's falling out. And they're a little scary, right? They're a little scared. But so you want to be organized, you want to be professional, but most importantly, and you can't ever, ever, ever forget this, no matter where you are in the country servicing these customers, every customer deserves the same respect, regardless of their situation, whatever. They all deserve the same professionalism, the same respect, the same organizational skills, the same smart home sales presentation, and the same pre-site survey. That's all very, very important. Very, very important.
And Johnny, one last question for you, because it is our #1 priority, safety.
Absolutely.
How important is workplace and driver safety in our environment?
So safety overall is the #1 thing, and without that, anything else that we've talked about doesn't even matter, because we want our people to go home the same way they came to work, assuming they came to work safe and sound, right? So I tell our guys all the time, you're no good to us if you're not taking care of yourself. And if you're not being safe. Being safe isn't just about putting a cone out in front of a van. Being safe is staying hydrated, drinking plenty of water. Exercise is important, as well as mental health, you know, get plenty of rest. So safety, I could sit here and talk to you about safety all day, John, but safety is very important, and nothing else that we've talked about matters if you're not putting that first.
Johnny, thank you for being here today.
You got it.